Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force with some more Hearthstone, and today we'll be doing a gameplay video with the Trucking Aggro Pally deck. We're playing against a warrior. This can tend to be sort of a tough matchup. We're gonna go for the early game here. Big problem with weapons and lots of board clear. He can do a pretty good job of removing my early game and really stopping me from gaining momentum. That in conjunction with his, what's essentially healing here with armor up, it just can be, you can have a pretty rough go at things, but we're gonna give it a shot anyways. We'll give it that old college try. Starting off here, opening up with the Leper Gnome. Let's see if he's got a quick response to this. There are definitely plenty of options that warriors can have, and it looks like he'll be doing the Fiery War Axe, so he still does end up taking 4 damage as a result. And hey, you know what? Can't complain about that. It's better than him killing it off with a spell and only taking 2 damage. And we're gonna go ahead and charge him with the Bluegill Warrior. And also hope that he takes another 2 damage from this as well, from a weapon attack. We will have to see. We'll have to see. Sitting on 2 Blessing of Kings, that's definitely going to come in handy later in the game. With the exception of Execute, warriors don't necessarily have the easiest time of dealing with large single target minions. Okay, so he'll be, oh, and is he really not going to do it? Oh, that makes me actually pretty happy. Ooh. Let's see, that'll be, yeah, sure. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's ignore his minion and hit him in the face for 6. You gotta pick and choose. You gotta pick and choose when you want to go for board clearing, when you want to take out your opponent. Now, the thing is, if I attacked into that, sure, I bring it back as a 2-1, but he still has a minion on the board at that point. So let's see what he's gonna be throwing at this right now. Ends up dropping a Mortal Strike and still tosses away his creature. So there you go. We made him lose another card. We still got rid of his first iteration of this thing. Yeah, overall, I'd say that's pretty value. All right, we're gonna go like this, and we are going to Argent Protector. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it hits a 2-1. Oh, our finger crossing did not make a difference. So he'll have to drop the shield and then do 2 damage to it. And we'll see if he's got any way of doing that. He's pretty quick on the draw here, so I'm guessing he does have something. Okay, so there's the Arathi Weaponsmith, so he's gonna take 3 damage to the face and then attack into it for 2. As you can see, we are steadily picking away at his health, and it's been pretty solid go at things so far. And once again, we're gonna ignore his minion and hit him because we've got a chance to do high damage and bring him down to 8, so why don't we do that? He could attack for 3, try to do another 3 damage. He could attack for 3 and execute. He could have another Mortal Strike. If he attacks into that, he's in big trouble because we've got Leroy plus Bluegill next turn. Oh, never mind. He's gonna be throwing both of his minions at this right now. And he is at 8. We've got 6, 7, 8. And now he's at 10. So never mind. Let me think long and hard about this, actually. I wonder, do you go for the card draw here? Hey, how about we go for this, actually? How about we go for this? Why don't we go like this? We're gonna hit him for 6, drop the Divine Shield, so he can't just get rid of it with his 2 1/1s in play. He's gonna have to do something else, and we still get that 6 damage through. Didn't fully commit with the Bluegill Warrior. He still would have been at 2. This gives us a little more insurance here. Again, he can't kill it with these 2 minions. He's gonna have to do something else. And he throws the well played at us. Oh, looks like that was the game. He had no obvious response to that with how low he was in health. And we get the first win. Let's move on to another game. All right, our second match here is going to be against a Priest. This can be sort of an interesting matchup because a Priest does have some potential for some decent early game minions. A lot of times, I'll spend most of my early game focusing on that. So if you know, there's just a few different things that he can drop that are kind of annoying to deal with. So we'll have to see what he does end up throwing down here on his first turn.
Is someone injured?
That's pretty much the exact sort of thing that I was worried about. Argent Squire, just a real big pain in the butt. It's making it right now so that I don't want to play anything this turn because he'll attack into it and draw a card. I'm pretty much just going to wait on the Wolf Rider right now. I don't even want to reinforce because, again, I reinforce. All he does is he attacks into it, heals his own minion, and draws a card. Now, this gives him a free turn. Luckily for us, he doesn't end up doing anything with that turn, so we do, in fact, are able to drop down this and get rid of that guy. That's pretty much, that is the turn 1 play that I dread when playing against a Priest because it's so perfect for them. Looks like he's got nothing this turn either, so he's running mid to late game with not many 1, 2, and 3 drops quite clearly. All right, so what are we gonna do right now? We are sitting on 4. I could push through a bunch of damage. I'd have to worry about, actually no, he can't, that's not turn 4. It is turn 5 though, so we could coin. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is we're actually gonna go with this play. We're gonna go like this and this. This way if he ends up coining into a Nova, it's fine, because we'll end up still keeping this guy, and we can push through this additional damage at any point. There's no reason to sort of rush headlong into it. Here's a Crazed Alchemist, turning that into a 1-2. That's actually fine by me. We could drop a Consecrate. I could drop a Consecrate. I don't know that I'm gonna have much use for this later on. So I could do that instead of throwing away one of my minions or dropping the shield. I don't want to drop the shield. I'd rather not throw him away. I'm actually going to Consecrate, believe it or not. We are actually going to Consecrate. For the sake of saving our minions and pushing through potentially an additional 2 to 4 more damage from this Argent Protector, or dropping the shield, which means a Nova gets rid of the shield, and then he can go from there. And now he's quite clearly in a desperate situation, right? He's throwing this down with nothing for it. So he's obviously in a pretty tough situation, so this makes me feel really good, actually. Makes me feel really good. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. We're gonna choose not to throw away our unprotected creature. And on top of that, we're gonna do this. I actually wanted to drop the shield for this. That was actually, that was a mess up. That was a mess up. A couple of things I could have done differently there. First of all, I wanted to drop the shield for this. I literally was not thinking when I attacked with this and when I attacked him with this instead of that. That is why. That is exactly why. That's really too bad. Oh well. Oh well, c'est la vie. It is what it is. So he's dropped his Nova. We've got, wow. What are the chances of him having another Nova? I'm gonna say not amazing. We've got a lot of plays we could do this turn. This would obviously be 8 damage, but why don't we get some creatures in play? Okay. I'm gonna say chances are good he doesn't have another Nova. So we're gonna go with both of these. And we are going to get another minion in play. Not him, because I don't want to give him the extra crystal until the late game. It's sort of more for a finisher, so. And now we've got those two guys in play. Let's see if they both live. Let's see if he does have that other Nova. It's possible. I'm saying it's not great, but it is possible. Did he really just draw that? Did he really just top deck a Nova? Please don't have just top deck a Nova. Okay, so there's a Holy Fire. That is not an ideal use of Holy Fire. That just goes to show you how he's in dire straits. Now, he's still got plenty of health. He's by no means out of this game, but this has been pretty good for us so far. Okay, we're gonna go like this.
Reporting for duty.
Get that damage through. We're gonna True Silver Champion. And with that, we're gonna hit him in the face, and then we're gonna hit him in the face with these. Now down to 15. Things will start swinging in the late game because he is quite clearly running a mid-late game deck. But the thing is, can he recuperate from this position? It really comes down to, does he draw a Holy Nova? Because that's going to make a big difference for him. If he doesn't, he's in a lot of trouble. It's a Northshire Cleric. He's going to pump it up. Maybe he's got a taunt for it. We laugh about equality. Ah, there's the Holy Nova. Wow, of course he gets that. All right, so we've got 8, 12 damage that we can do. Can go like this. This right now. Why don't we do that? And then why don't we drop a minion in play? So we're gonna go like that. We're gonna save our Arcane Golem, that extra 4. I wanted to get that Blessing of Kings instead of giving him an extra mana crystal. Now, if he does mind control that this turn, okay. All right. That means we win. Actually, no, never mind. Well, it's gonna be. Well, yeah, no, there we go. There's Leroy Jenkins. So we had a couple things we do. Could have Equality, Avenging Wrath. That actually would have given us the win too. Bunch of different options for the win. Let's just go with the plain old Leroy Jenkins and finish up game number 2 and move on to a third match. Our third game here is against a Hunter. Now, when I see Hunter, I just assume that they're running face roll deck, going for Unleash the Hounds, all that crazy sort of stuff. Also, please keep in mind, I mean face roll in an endearing way. I don't mean it in like when I made the deck when I made the deck spotlight video for the face roll Hunter deck. People were so upset. I'm like, I mean that in the most endearing way possible. I mean no offense. So I just assumed that he's playing that style of deck and he's running Unleash the Hounds. It could, of course, not be that type. There's a few different variants of Hunters that are rolling around, but I assume it is. And with that assumption, I say we're going to try to outpace him. We're going to try to race him down. So we're going to go with the Bluegill Warrior here. I'll be very interested to see if he drops down in this upcoming turn, if we're gonna see a secret from him, in which case we expect a trap. Oh, nope, not in the secret. He ends up getting the 4-2, goes for the charge, and he hits me in the face with it, which is the right decision for what he's doing. Unfortunately for him, we've got some good stuff going on here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. And we're gonna be able to take out his 4-2 and still hit him for a bunch. They got a 4-2 with a 2-1 because for us, that's a value trade. So he's now down to 19. We do have these two big old beasts in play. We're gonna play a Starving Buzzard plus Unleash the Hounds, pulling into some card draw. He's gonna be able to get rid of both my minions. He'll be drawing 2 cards. Yeah, he'll still be taking 2 more damage from the Leper Gnome. And also, the great thing about this is he is not using these Unleash the Hounds with a combo to deal damage to me. That is a great advantage to sort of the situation. Now let's see here. Unfortunately, we don't actually have any super amazing plays here. I don't really want to leave that in play at all. It makes me really sad, but I just really don't want that in play. Really don't want him to draw that many more cards for the sake of just dealing him 3 more damage. There's a Starving Buzzard. Here comes a beast with it, most likely. So again, the 4-2 charge plus a card draw. He's definitely he's on track to outpace me here. There is definitely a good chance that I am not going to be getting this one. Let me see here. Our quality doesn't do much for us. We go with this plus kings.
Wonder.
See what he does about it, because he might throw his creatures at it. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to put a minion in play, and we're going to actually coin to kings it. So what's the idea here? The idea is that he may throw these creatures at it instead of hitting me in the face for the sake of saving himself 5 damage. He could be running Deadly Shot. It's a lot of the decks aren't, but he could be running Deadly Shot. Gonna throw in a kill command at it. That is the other thing that slipped my mind. Still though, that's 5 less damage to my face. So, and I'm actually gonna guess that's a misdirection. Yeah, pretty positive at this point that he has this game. Pretty positive at this point. So I'm actually assuming that's a misdirection. No, it is not. It's a trap, snake or explosive. Could be a snake trap too, especially since he's running the Starving Buzzards. Although actually, maybe not. All right, so, gosh, this is really tough. We need to consecrate or an Avenging Wrath right now. Horn Bow. Throws that? Oh, to pump him up, I see. And he hits me for 3. Okay, okay. All right, so obviously we can equality and then pick it off. I mean, we don't need to equality to get rid of it. I'm trying to think of what I could potentially. So if I do this, if I Divine Favor, I might get a Consecrate. I'll be drawing 2 cards, but the Consecrate doesn't even. Well, it does something. It saves us a little bit of health. I can also attack into with this, but I think actually I sort of have to try to get the Consecrate. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm dead anyways, but Consecrate to get rid of that basically is what I'm thinking. Obviously I can do that and that as well. I don't really want to give him... Yeah, let me go actually this way. I'm going to give him the thing. We're going to give him a crystal. Oh, there's a snipe. That is the one thing I was not thinking that would be. Well, there you go.
I must move quickly.
That is the one thing I was not thinking that it could be. Yeah, this game's over. Gonna attack into that. Down to 7. He's got 6 just in play. 7. So there's the game. He's got 7 with there's 2 attacks plus the steady shot. So that is the match. Let's move on to a final game. And our final game for today is against the same hunter. Well, gee golly. Playing the same hunter deck. Now we know what to expect. I mean, what he was playing was pretty much what I anticipated that he'd be playing anyways, but now we know for certain
The light protects
what we can expect. Starving buzzards, animal companions, weapons, snipes. He's running snipes. That's actually something that's a little bit sort of up in the air as to whether or not that's in this type of deck. What is he going for here? What are you doing? He's gonna get a coin and throws the secret down. Well, I'm gonna find out what that is right now. Maybe it's a misdirection? That'd be a weird misdirection play. Ooh, wow, it's a snake trap. So I'm gonna try to not attack his minions, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, just bring the damage to his face and not attack his minions, I guess. That's my play. All right.
The light protects me. I fight.
Let's not give him the snakes. It's not a snipe. Yeah, that's gotta be what it is, right? Yeah. So we'll let him throw his creature at mine if he wants. Otherwise, I'll plan to Avenging Wrath to get rid of his creatures. This is gonna be funny. All right, so this might be a misdirection. We're gonna find out what's going on right now.
To battle.
Explosive trap probably though. Okay, there's the explosive. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? We got a 5/5 in play for him to handle. Still have our Avenging Wrath plus a Leroy Jenkins. Throws a Buzzard, throws a Raptor. We will continue to ignore his minions because we don't want that snake trap to go off. With this, and in the face. All right. He could have a huge play this turn, but he is down to 8 right now. We've got 6. We've got 10 damage from these 2 things. Our weapon plus the Leroy Jenkins. This would be glorious if I can beat him. Who knows? Maybe he'll win this turn, but that'd make me really happy. That'd make me really happy if I beat him after losing. You know, sweet vengeance and all that. All right, let's see what he chooses to do here. Goes for my face with that. Now, what about his 5/4 taunt? This is where it'll be sort of interesting. Does he kill mine? Did he not attack with that? I have no idea. Okay, so this is gonna trigger the snake trap. But I guess it really doesn't matter.
I fight.
So this is a snake trap, okay? Yeah, you do that. Draw a bunch of cards. Go ahead. All these animations will happen. It's fine. Could have given him less snake traps if I put the Leroy down first. That's something that's good to know. And it was all for naught. There you go. There you go. We got on a victory. That makes me really happy. We got on a victory to the person who just defeated us as well. That makes me extra happy. All right, guys, that's gonna do it here for this gameplay video, taking a look at the Trucking Aggro Paladin deck. Hopefully you guys liked it. It does seem to be performing quite well. Only ended up losing one of these past 4 games. So I would say fairly solid indeed. Of course, I never ended up continuing my climbing of the rank this season. I just didn't play much at all, as you can see, sitting only at rank 10. But maybe next season I'll put more time into it. So as long as I stop playing ESO. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more Hearthstone and other great gaming coverage. Keep watching and keep owning.